Welcome back to A.M.O.K, Adrian. Woohoo!
I'm back. All right. Hey, you know what? I love to travel, and if you kept up with me online, I did a lot of traveling for the last couple weeks, and I love to travel, but I love to be home, and and uh, and now I'm home. I feel much better about things in general because traveling is great, and Europe is great, but I wouldn't want to live there, and I wouldn't want to stay there any longer than I did. Yeah, little biopsy of a visit there is great, fantastic, but I love to be here because we can make sweet tea, and I love sweet tea. They cannot. Everything tastes weird over there. I got a strawberry shake from a McDonald's one over there. It tasted like poo. I don't like their food. So I'm glad to be back. Anyhow, I got that
That's
off
how
my.
you really feel.
I'm 100% American made, and I just like it. I don't want to. Like I say, it's good to go visit. I lived over there for 3 years in England when I was serving, and that was good. So I had my stuff. Mr. Grumpy Poo just come on. Matter of fact, I got to meet him in person, which was fantastic. I was kind of like my head was spinning around, but yeah, it was great. And so he's one of the lucky ones. I actually get to meet us in person, or at least one of us in person. So
Yeah.
And my wife is excited. Hey, yeah, my wife is like going, yeah, we go back and we got to go. She said it several times on vacation. She said, well, we got to come back to Scotland, and he's going to drive us around. So you made a believer out of my wife. All right.
Nice.
So just saying. But no, I came back and I really hated missing church. I missed church for 2 weeks and come back and I'm like, okay, well, that's okay. I'm going to watch the church services. Couldn't watch those. I was like, I don't know why they had a problem getting the services online, or I just had a hard time finding it. I am 59 years old, and oh, wait a minute, it's Shauna. She rung the doorbell. There she is. And but
Hi.
so I didn't get to watch. I didn't get to watch or listen to those, but did watch the past two shows. You guys had good shows. That was good.
Oh my God, he left us alone. He left us alone for 2.5 weeks.
And you did a good job.
We did okay.
Okay.
We did okay.
I could tell at the beginning
we did A.M.O.K.
You just barely got under the wire, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
If y'all don't know and haven't picked this up yet, Shauna basically has to break land speed record to get home before the show starts.
Yes. So land speed record.
Yeah, 6:59. She says, "I'm still at work." I didn't expect to see you right away.
Yeah, I was still working. Fortunately, I don't have to drive anywhere. I work from home, so I can just go to the next room. But it was scrambling to get off the phone and hurry up and get over here.
Now that I didn't know. That I didn't know. So that's cool. So you're working from home. That's nice.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, see.
It was very nice.
See, I don't want to do that because I'd probably never just get out of my jammies. I'd probably stay in jammies. Well, I wear scrubs.
The one good thing about it is,
kind of wearing jammies anyways.
I can do housework on my breaks and on my lunch. So when I get off work, I can actually enjoy my time off work.
Yeah.
True. That's cool.
Yes.
No, anyhow. That's boring.
I do enjoy
anyhow. What?
That's why I'm looking forward to conventions and investigations because I get out of the house.
Yeah, right on. No, we got you got anything coming up soon?
This weekend.
This weekend.
This weekend, Kansas UFO Day in Geneseo, Kansas.
Yeah.
Bordertown will be there.
Talk about UFOs and stuff like that.
UFOs. Yep.
UFOs.
WAPs and UFOs.
And Jared will be there. Super excited.
Wait, we don't want to say that. Not WAPs.
I am going to be at the Haunted America conference this weekend. So up here in Alton. So we are going to be representing 2 different parts of the world.
Nice.
2?
Very cool.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
2?
Kansas and Indiana. Or
Illinois.
not Indiana, Illinois.
Yeah, that's the other. It's the other eye. The other neighbor.
The other eye. The neighbor.
Indiana, Illinois. You know.
Oh yeah.
That's geography.
I know. Yeah.
Shaw's
No.
in blue. Shaw didn't get the
What?
memo. We're all 3 in blue.
No, I didn't
Darn
get the
it.
memo. I do
She
have
did
blue on my,
get the memo.
on my blanket,
Oh,
though.
Elbow.
I spent all morning drafting that text message.
There you go.
I'm wearing but I'm wearing professional gear here, so
I am
my
too.
scrubs. These are my scrubs. So yeah,
My emotional support hoodie.
is that what that is?
It is. Of course, I'm cold
I
too.
think maybe I should. That's what I should say because I probably have like 12 hoodies down here. I have a problem with jackets. I'm like some women are with purses. I see a jacket and I'm like, oh, cute jacket, I need it, and I do all the time. I can't. It's hard for me to say no to a jacket. It's terrible. It's terrible.
It's funny.
Right,
I got some.
right.
I have some I've never wore. That bad. Anyhow, let's move on from my my neurosis.
We have a guest tonight.
We do.
We do, and
we have
she's-
a pretty fabulous, awesome guest.
Yeah, and
I
I
love
think
her.
she's probably almost out of popcorn by now because of the average.
Probably, yeah.
She's probably
Yeah.
on the M&Ms now. It's like, oh man, there goes the M&Ms. Ah, bummer.
Oh man,
Well,
dadgummit.
Unless somebody
Oh, yeah.
else knows anything, I don't know anything about our guest tonight. She's going to tell us everything about what she knows.
She
to
is.
teach us. And our guest tonight, the only thing I know is I believe she's from Oklahoma. Yes?
Who?
Valley
No.
Paranormal is where she's from.
Where?
Is she
Wait,
from
who
Oklahoma?
are we talking about? Are we
Cyn.
talking about the same person?
She-
Yeah,
this
Cyn
is-
Shrader Hill from Tennessee.
Yeah.
I was close.
It's on the other
letters.
side.
Paranormal
I had 2
investigator.
letters.
She's an author. She's an editor.
See-
She's an amazing,
see-
fantabulous
see,
human
that's a-
being. I can tell you who she is.
There you go.
Cyn,
Okay,
I
Shauna, go.
apologize. So it's her turn.
So Cyn Shrader Hill, author. She's an editor. She's a paranormal investigator. She's one of the awesomest people you'll ever meet. She's a sweetheart, and she is going to tell us all about what she does and what she knows.
Now,
And she's
there we
my
go.
neighbor.
Let's bring her
She's
in.
kinda
She
sweet.
can say, Oklahoma freaking Homa.
Orange
What
juice
she
in.
said.
Oh
No,
my
she
God.
thought we were all from Oklahoma.
I did.
That's
did.
why
Oh,
when she said that, I thought, oh, you're from Oklahoma too. So you know what? We are actually neighbors
It's fair.
because you're on the other side of me.
Yes.
So all I got to do is go down to whatever it is, West Memphis, and then I'm in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Right?
You-
I'm a little bit farther east than
Ha-
Well,
over
you
there.
know
Have you
what?
been-
It's
Ken,
okay.
Have
I've
you
been
been
drinking.
drinking tonight?
I've been drinking this orange. This is brand new. It's not chocolate milk this week.
That's surprising.
I'm out of milk.
Oh,
Okay.
Anyway, it's like, oh God, it's gonna be the end of the world.
Why don't you save us and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Save y'all? Oh God.
Here you
Well,
go.
First of all, I'm just proud to be here. I'm so excited to get to talk to you guys.
yay. We're excited to have you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Normally I work on Tuesdays, so I
She does.
never get there, but I've taken some time off work.
I've been trying to get her on here for what, a year now?
Over, I think.
Over a year.
I
Yeah.
think it's been more
Because
like
she works
2.
Tuesdays. So she hit me up and she's like, Shaw, I got time. When can I come on?
She was like,
Yay.
next week.
Heck yeah.
So yay.
So here I am.
Welcome.
Not
aboard.
not from Oklahoma, but my dad got his master's in Oklahoma, so there is
See?
that.
It's ESP.
So
Very
Yeah.
what do you want to know?
I want to know. Okay, so this is a good start. How
Okay.
did you get involved into the paranormal, Cyn?
It's always a good way to start.
Okay, so I was a weird kid. I'll just start with that.
Yes. Okay.
I'll start with that. And I'm still a weird kid.
Same.
But things were happening around me. I just didn't know what it was. I didn't know anything about anything except I love scary stuff. I do know that. And I was reading Edgar Allan Poe when I was 10. So he's still my favorite. Things were in my house, but I don't know what it was or who it was. Things like that. It wasn't until all the shows started on TV that I got really, really into it, knowing that I wanted a team. I needed a team, but I didn't know how to go about it. I had no idea how to investigate, didn't know anything about any of the equipment whatsoever. And I hooked up with a group from McMinnville, Tennessee, which is about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from me. And they trained me. They actually came down to investigate in 2013. That's when I got started. And I was pretty much the trigger object. I stood in the middle of the old store, my auto parts store, my mom and dad's auto parts store, that they owned for, God, since the late 60s, early 70s. And we lost him in 2001. So I was the trigger object to see if my dad was still at the old store.
Oh, wow.
And the only place that any of their equipment actually lit up and went off, and it was more than one piece, was exactly where my dad's chair sat for over 30 years.
Oh, that's cool.
So they had actually bought this newer part of the building and added on to what they had started with. And so in the newer part is where his office chair sat for over 30 years. And they got 2 EVPs, which hooked me right there, knowing I need to find these voices. I got to do it. One was this really strange, holy mackerel, that nobody in my family ever said. But the building had been around the basement part since the late 1800s. It was a turkey slaughterhouse. And it had been an ice cream factory. It had been a Red Cross building, a furniture store, just different things over the years. And then my dad bought the building and moved the auto parts into it. So when we lost him, my mom and sister tried to keep it going. But in the South, 2 women trying to run an auto parts store with O'Reilly's right next door, Advanced Auto down the street, and the other one, AutoZone, not too far. It just, they couldn't do it. So they ended up closing it. And anyway, the other EVP they got, I didn't tell you, was actually from the basement, turkeys gobbling. So,
are you serious?
Yeah.
Ghost turkeys.
So I was just like, oh my God, I have got to find these ghost voices. And I already had a team name, which they didn't know. Elk Valley Paranormal, EVP.
Yeah.
And so as soon as they trained me, I branched off from them and joined Elk Valley, or founded it. And the one I had trained, Sean, was my co-founder. So there's that. That's how I got involved with it.
Very, very cool. So isn't it great when you get animal sounds?
Yes.
A turkey. I haven't gotten any turkeys. I've gotten horses, dogs.
I got a lot of EVPs, but I don't have a turkey other than a couple of my members.
I've had horses, dogs, cats, elephants.
I have a dog.
And
Elephants?
I've had it was either a tiger or a lion, because where I was, the circus had been there a lot.
Yes.
So
I was going to say,
I'm thinking elephants was probably a bodily noise.
No, there was a trumpet, but we did smell that.
I said, elephant! That was an elephant.
No.
I'm
Maybe
sorry.
after the elephant noise, maybe whatever.
Right after
we did smell the elephant, so that was pretty bad.
There's a cemetery in around Chicago that you might know of, that they actually have heard elephants, because there was a circus train wreck.
Yeah, the train wreck up
there.
Yeah. And so they lost, I think, everybody and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my
Thanks for
gosh.
bringing us
Sad.
Sorry about that. I had a ghost cat. So there's
We had a
that.
ghost cat in this house.
Oh, I love them.
I got a picture of a ghost cat.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So, yeah. Oh,
What else do you want?
what was that? What was that?
I'm sorry, I was taking a note here. So
Well, I don't want to bring you down.
Crazy alert. Okay.
Because I know this is very personal for you. But I do. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me bleep it out.
Because I know he was very close to you, and it was very tragic how that happened. But you have so many stories from him where he's reached out. I want you to share them.
Yeah. So, and I actually, if you can see just close to my right shoulder, right back here, I put the little wolf out. That was his favorite animal. So Wyatt is symbolically right next to me right now. And he usually, when I start talking about him, he has shown up. So you might get an EVP or two.
I'm hoping. I never did go back and see if that was him at one time. I did not. I need to.
He's been pretty phenomenal about doing that because see, I was training him. He was I made him wait until he was 18 to join Elk Valley. And he kept going, Aunt Cindy, come on, let me go. And then I said, no, not until you're 18, even though Susan, my sister, said, he can go anywhere with you. It's all good. And I really wish I had taken him earlier, but I didn't. I was training him to be the videographer. And so he heard Sean so many times say, get as close as you can to the red dot, speak as loudly as you can. Hopefully we can hear you when we get home. And he actually pulled that off. So he was 19 and a half. We lost him. Let me back up. I was in 2020, I was writing Signs from Beyond, which was really strange because I had written nothing but our investigation stories and all about EVPs we'd captured and just different things like that. Just, scary stuff. And for some reason, God put in my lap, I needed to write a signs book. I didn't have a lot of signs. I didn't have really anything myself. My mom had heard Dad taking a shower. She'd heard him walking. She'd heard my grandmother walking in the kitchen because that kitchen was my grandmother's and we weren't allowed in there growing up. Get out of my kitchen, that kind of she'd heard her. And then she had fallen in, 2020, I don't know, sometime, but she saw my grandmother. It was actually right before we lost Wyatt, so it would have been 2022. So 2020, COVID hit, and I lost any kind of desire to write, so I put it to the side. I had reached out through Facebook for anybody that had any kind of signs from beyond. Someone has reached out to you, you've seen them, or you've heard your name called by your grandmother, or you smell your mother's perfume, you smell your father's pipe, stuff like that. Deathbed conversations, near-death experiences, all the things. And I started getting all these stories coming in. And so the book kind of wrote itself, except I lost interest. So I put it to the side. And I didn't write 2021. 2022, I picked it back up. Mom fell right after the first of the year, 2022. Really cold time of the year. It was like the coldest it had been here in years. And she fell. She hit her head. She thought it was over. She 3 days later, she broke her wrist. That's pretty much it. Thank God she hit her head because that's the hardest thing on her. But she hit it and she thought she was dying. She heard the big splat, and in her head, to her, I'm a goner. But she looked up and she saw my grandmother. And Nanny shook her head at her. So Mom knew it wasn't her time. Now, Mom didn't tell me that for 3 days. And I was like, why didn't you tell me? I didn't know, if I was really seeing it, or, didn't want somebody to laugh at me, or, Mom, it's me.
I understand that. Yeah.
It's me. And so anyway, I said, what was she wearing? And she said she was in a white gown. Well, Nanny never wore white. So to have her in a white gown just was kind of odd. And, just one of those things, I guess they just show themselves to you the way they want to be seen.
I believe that.
Yeah. So fast forward a little bit, and I picked my writing back up and banged 17 stories out in about a week and a half. I mean, it was just boom, 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 boom,
Wow.
boom, boom.
That's awesome.
Now they're all short. Now they're short stories, so I can get 17 pretty quick if I. So I will tell you that. But I had started back really good, and then we lost Wyatt, and it was this horrible motorcycle wreck, and he was pretty much gone instantly. Thank God, but he was the only grandson. He was the only nephew. He was the only son my sister had, the only child she had. She'd already had 4 miscarriages and had another one after him. So 5 miscarriages. She had been told when she was 16 she would never have a child. She might get pregnant, but she wouldn't be able to carry it to term. Well, when Wyatt stuck, it was just like, oh my God, he's the miracle baby. Yay. Well, we got to keep him for 19 and a half years.
Wow.
He was such a good kid. He was my nephew. And he would go to murder mysteries with me that my husband didn't want to go to. And the first murder mystery he went to, he was like, Aunt Cindy, I think I'm just going to sit down and, just kind of just watch you all. And I said, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Because I love this stuff. So I think you will too. Well, the girl that was putting it on, talked him into taking a part of the Karate Kid. And he goes, okay, I'll do it. And she walked away, and he said, Aunt Cindy, what'd I do? I said, wax on, wax off. And so he did that constantly. But when they started it, he actually was the very first person to have to speak. And I was like, oh no, bless his heart. And he goes, I don't know what to do. I said, read this paragraph right here. And so he read it, and he finished, and they went on to the next one. And he leaned over and he goes, I can do better than that. Okay. You did fine. You did fine. So the next time they ask him a question, he stands up and he goes, well, I'll tell you exactly what it is. Blah, blah, blah. Very dramatic, just like. And so he was just in it and loved every second of it. The second, he got to go to his second one, and he got to be the murderer at the murder mystery party. So he was excited about that. And then we lost him the next month. So it was just, you just never have enough time. And we think we have so much time. I never believed my grandmother. I'd always go, Nanny, stop it. Just stop it. Because I'd say, oh my God, it's going to be Christmas in 5 weeks. We just had Christmas. Well, yeah, but it's coming up. I know, but I tell you, we just had it. Right after Christmas. Well, it's only 11 months until Christmas. Stop it. We just 6 months for Christmas. We've always had it. We just had it. It gets faster and faster the older you get. I was like, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. And the older I get, the more I hear my grandmother and my mom's words. You'll listen one of these days.
That's just life in general, yeah.
Yes.
Like, you'll remember.
You'll remember. Bless my heart.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I try not to take life for granted. I'm a medic. I've worked trauma for most of my career, and so yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. And things can take a drastic change in a matter of seconds, and so embrace what you got every day, and never miss a chance to say I love you to the people you do. So
Exactly.
Anyhow.
Exactly. And give hugs. Give hugs to people.
Yes.
They need it.
You need 7 hugs a day.
Oh, at least.
7?
At least.
At least.
Ah,
Yeah,
I'm
at
lacking
least
today.
7
And so, y'all compliment somebody.
compliments.
Once,
Yep.
if you see somebody out, tell them they look nice. Or,
Yep.
oh, I like your shirt. That's a really cool shirt. Something. Make people smile, because we need a lot of that.
Just don't do it
Yes.
sarcastically. That's
Yeah,
a
no.
nice shirt.
What?
No.
Now wait a minute. Now you're stepping on my toes.
Don't do it. Don't do it creepy.
I like your glasses, Adrian.
That's nice. That's nice, Ken. Thanks a lot.
Hey, just thinking about you, man.
So who was the first
right.
person that Wyatt reached out to?
Oh, his mom. His mom. It was immediate. And I can't tell you exactly when it happened, but I know it was the first week after he died that he started showing up. And at the end of the week, she decided she was going to close his door to his room because it was just the two of them. She wanted to keep his room as it was. And that way she could walk in and actually smell her son, in the room that just as he had left it. His bed was not made up. She did not make it up. She left it like that. And, she just, he had a couple of socks out mismatched, because he was always losing them. So she just just stuff like that. And she wanted to go in and see her baby. Mm-hmm. But she turned the lights off, shut the door, and then went to bed. Well, she had to get up for a glass of water or something that night. And she comes back through, and the dog and the cat are sitting right in front of his door, just sitting there. And she's like, "What are y'all doing?" And she gets closer and she's like, "Oh, his light's on. His lights." She opened the door and she said, "Honey, I'm sorry. I'll leave the door open. I'll leave it open. I'm sorry." And after that, she would close it ever so often just to see if he would turn it back on. Well, he would turn one of the 2 lights on in that room. One was a 3-way switch that they only had 1-way bulb in. So you have to click, click, click for it to finally come on. And he would turn that one on. And there was another one that was a little push pin type that was, it clicked when you pushed it, and he would turn that one on. He started opening his door. And it was one of the doors that you kind of had to wrestle. It was kind of off a little bit, and you kind of had to wrestle it too, and kind of shoulder it to open it and that kind of thing. But when he opened it, there was no sound. The strangest thing. He finally showed up to me one night over there before I heard him, but he showed up to me. She shut his door. I used to go over there on Thursday nights after I taught classes, and then I'd go see her. And Tuesday night was my mom's night. I'd go see Mom on Tuesday night, go see Susan on Thursdays. And it was just, little routine. And I go over there and I said, "Oh, you got Wyatt's door shut?" She said, "Yeah, I'm hoping he'll open it for you." Oh, God, I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. And so I had been begging for a sign. Begging. "Wyatt, you're visiting your grandmother, you're visiting your mama. What about your favorite aunt? What about your favorite aunt?" And I couldn't get anything that I thought. But so we were sitting there talking, and just on the couch, and you know how when you talk, Shaw knows, I talk with my hands, got all this going.
I don't believe you. You're lying.
A lot of that. And she does too. And so we were talking on the couch and had all kinds of conversation going. And you know how you kind of look around as you're talking? Well, I looked toward his room and something looked different. And it was like, what? Susan, his door's open. And she went, oh, yay, he opened it for us. I said, I didn't even hear it. She said,
Wow.
When he opens it, you don't hear it. But he opened his door that night. Now, she was telling me a story. This is probably what Shaw has heard too. She was telling me a story about something that had happened that it had to be some kind of divine intervention for it to come together the way it did, because there was phones involved and numbers that weren't even close, and a guy that was named the same as another guy, exactly the same business that they worked in, but in a different state. It was just craziness. And she was telling me this story on February 23rd, 2023. I was recording it on my phone. With all these stories of Wyatt, it kind of takes a while because they hit hard. So I have to kind of, after I hear it the first time, just kind of put it to the side. And it took me 2 months to pick it up to transcribe it. So 2 months later, I'm transcribing this. And 6 minutes and 42 seconds in, Wyatt speaks. And it is the loudest and clearest EVP I've ever gotten. It's so loud and so clear that I've been told that can't be an EVP. Yeah, it is. And I don't care if you believe it or not, because that's my sign from my baby to me. Exactly. And do you guys want to hear it?
Sure.
Yeah.
I've got it actually on my desktop. I think you should be able to hear it. Let's see.
He said, your son's name was Wyatt, and he drove an El Camino. And I said, yeah. And then he said,
Are you serious?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It sounds like they're in the room with you.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So let me just tell you that she was telling me this story. I'm sitting there listening. The dog and the cat are with us, but they're sound asleep, both of them. We've got the TV on, but it's on mute. So there's no other sound but my sister's voice. Here it is again.
He said, your son's name was Wyatt, and he drove an El Camino. And I said, yeah. And then he said,
Listen at his accent, y'all. You can hear his accent.
Yeah. Wow.
So what did they actually say? I thought I heard like here's that or something like that.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that?
Did you hear those two little taps?
Yeah.
He did that too. We weren't tapping anything. We were leaned back on the couch talking. And that's why he said, did you hear that? And he's smiling as he said it. You want to hear it one more time?
His voice. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
One more time.
He was on. I'll wait till you play it again.
he said, your son's name was Wyatt, and he drove an El Camino. And I said, yeah. And then he said,
Yeah. Now I hear the taps. I didn't hear the taps first time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's crazy because he's making it sound. Did you hear that? So that's pretty, that's pretty awesome.
He had heard Sean say that way too many times. Get as close as you can to the red dot. And he did. He did.
What popped into my head as soon as I heard that was he's on the other side, and he was doing an investigation trying to contact you guys, and he was sitting there with his hand on a table tapping. You caught to him. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
So So yeah, so he's investigating on the other side too.
Absolutely.
I've experienced that before. It's really cool, and actually saw them the other 100 years ago. They're investigating us, and we're investigating them. Both had a séance at the same time.
Oh wow!
Really cool. Yeah, really cool.
Well, I've talked about Wyatt just about every podcast.
Okay,
he occasionally will show up as we're talking. I was on, it was called the Warped Reality podcast with Ghost Joe and Creepy Ken. And Ghost Joe was in the
We have a creepy Ken too.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Well, this Creepy Ken had moved from either Indiana or Ohio to South Carolina. And he was the tech and all that kind of stuff. So as well as interviewing. And afterwards, he was the one that was looking through the audio and putting all that together. And he reached out to me about 3 days after the podcast, and he said, Cyn, I've already got 6 EVPs and one's on your end. And I said, really? And he said, you're not going to believe it. I said, send it to me. It's Wyatt. And I said, Ken, I reached back out to Ken. I said, Ken, I'm going to give you a phone number, a cell phone number. I want you to call. It's Wyatt's cell phone we still have. And he called it. I said, let it go to voicemail. Of course. And it did. Wyatt says his name exactly the way it sounded on their podcast coming through. Wyatt. Just the voicemail. After you dial and it gets the voicemail, Wyatt. And that's exactly the way he said it. And Ken wrote back, holy cow, it is him. I told you.
Wow.
I told you. My baby.
So I'm guessing his stories are filled throughout your books. Is that correct? Or no?
Well, his stories are in the front of both Cyn's books.
Okay.
When I brought that first one out, after his funeral, because I told you, I didn't have any Cyn's stories. I didn't have them. My mom had a couple, but that's it. So when I got other people's stories, I finally got it put together. And then when we lost Wyatt, about 3 weeks after the funeral, I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be Wyatt's book. That's why God wanted me to write it. He was like, you need some therapy to get through this.
Yep.
This is going to help you work through this.
Right.
And so once I got that 4th book out, I had people, Shaw was one of them. I got a sign for you. I got a sign story for you. I said, okay, send it to me. And I knew there was going to have to be a sequel. The thing is, with that sequel, I was getting so many more near-death experiences, angel rescues, spirit warnings, along with the signs from our loved ones, that I thought I'm going to have to put that as a book by itself. So I brought out Death's Doorstep first, that had those 3 things in it. And then the second Signs book that has Shaw's story and a bunch of other of my friends' stories in that one, and more about Wyatt.
That's cool.
Awesome.
It's a great
I'm gonna
memory.
book y'all.
I've never been contacted by anybody close to me, but nobody close to me. I don't know if it matters or not. I don't know how that. I've been investigating since 2006. I still don't know how the spirit world works, but nobody close to me had died close to me. They're all out west, so family and all that stuff. So I don't know. I don't know how I'd react, really.
Yeah.
So, but.
Well, I was begging for a sign from Wyatt. So when I finally got it, I was like, oh my God, that's my sign.
Oh yeah.
Sign for my baby. So,
Adrian, it's an amazing feeling. It really
It is really.
Yeah, 'cause I know
Depending on how my cousin, that was.
Yeah. Well, I know you have my son. He's constantly popping in and out.
wow.
So, yep. My dad.
I witnessed that the last time I was with Ken.
Yeah,
His
you
son
did.
reaching out.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Shaw even got the goosebumps on the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you say you're an investigator. What kind of investigating do you do?
A little bit of everything. I've taken a break from Elk Valley a little bit after, because I was training him to be on it. So we've kind of taken a break, and
You got to heal. Yeah, no, I get
yeah,
that.
and mostly what I've done as far as Elk Valley is Zoom calls to people to teach them, because it started back in COVID, to help them to clear their space, clear
Yeah.
their energy in their homes, because people were stuck. People were stuck together that weren't used to being stuck together in a house that they love, but they're not used to being there all the time. And little spats were happening, and energy was getting a little bit crazy. And so I was teaching them how to smudge their spaces and themselves, and giving them comfort prayers, and giving them meditations they could do to clear their aura, and just different things like that to help them. And I've still done a few of those. But I started going with Eric Freeman Sims and a couple of my other buddies to investigation. So we went to Brushy Mountain, and we did the old Commodore Hotel in Linden, Tennessee, and the Thomas House, just different things like Bell Witch Cave, different things like that. And it's kept my foot in it, and I've gotten to, when you investigate with different people, you learn more techniques. And so I've been just pulling techniques from different people, and that's been kind of fun. That's been really fun, actually. So I've got a lot added to my arsenal. And so and Eric built me a portal, so I'll be using that probably.
I need him build me one.
What? Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Stop. A what?
A portal.
Yeah.
It's a portal box.
Yeah.
EVP portal, not a that kind.
Okay.
Not the spirit box, but
Well, I tell you, I'm highly skeptical on a lot of things. I'm highly skeptical on most of the paranormal stuff, but I'm really skeptical on a lot of these toys that people are using investigating. Because look, it's got pretty lights and all. But explain to me what an EVP portal thing is.
So it connects to your spirit box and takes out all the static.
Okay.
It uses a guitar amp, little, and a reverb pedal, and something else that. Anyway, he made it into this cool retro looking black and silver. Oh, I love it. But I'll be taking it to Goblin Con, and so we can play with it.
See you there.
Yeah, we going
I'll be there. I plan on going. Yeah.
And so is Pam, probably.
Yay! I'll get to meet you in person.
Yes.
No,
That'll be when I get to meet Shaw in person too. I'm
Cool.
excited.
They're stuck with all three of us.
Yay! Oh, Adrian.
No, Adrian don't do too much traveling, just because. Hey,
I want to say Adrian like Rocky used to do. Adrian.
Right.
You know what?
I do it every time.
Never heard that. I've never heard that. On my cruise that I just got on, one of the cruise directors' name was Bruno. I said, we don't talk about Bruno. And then I apologized. I said, like, you've never heard that before. And he's like, no. I'm like, that's okay. My name is Adrian. The first thing he did was Adrian. So, yeah. I said, my whole life, you've only had it for a few years, so back off, man. I got it. No, when it comes down to paranormal events, it's hard to, if it's like a convention, stuff like that, I like to go, but I'm not going to go without my wife, and my wife's not going to go unless there's something in it for her. You know what I mean? So we've done a lot of
There's a tattoo guy there.
the tattoo guy there. She's running out of space to put tattoos.
I'm ready to get my tattoo.
I'm gonna probably get one there too to add to my collection.
So, yeah, I just, I'm to the point where I go. I mean, there's, I got my reasons, but yeah,
It's a secret.
it gets expensive after a while. So
It does.
Yeah, it does.
I've
But
become,
so fun in
I'm old and crotchety and become cheap.
shut up! You don't even know what old is. You have no,
59.
that is so old.
That's so old. I'm 59 and a half.
Whippersnapper. I'll be 63 this year, so.
Oh God, I'm with kids.
Oh, my kids.
Are you a little older?
Yeah.
Ken, how much?
6. I just turned 69.
You look good for it.
Thank
Yes,
you.
he does.
Absolutely.
Nobody believes me. I'm like, thank you. It's great.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. One more year, and I should be retiring from full time. So
You don't act it.
what's that?
You don't act it.
I don't act. Oh
No.
God, no. I don't even act like I'm 13 half the time. I still tell those little boy jokes. Come on,
That's the fun part about life, though. You're only as old as you feel, and you need to enjoy life to the fullest because you only get one.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Speaking
at a
of-
time.
Yeah.
At a time.
At a time.
At a
Yeah.
time.
God.
I'm gonna come
See,
back and just bug the
I almost-
hell out of you,
I
Adrian.
almost got you to rattle your coins. Anyhow,
Oh,
Adrian almost said a word.
yes.
believe me.
Hold on, I got
I
my hand over his
I do
face.
say words. I never say that I don't, but I try to hold me to a certain something, especially when I'm in air, so people can't play it back
This
to
is
me.
the only
But
show
if you
that
don't think I
hold
do, if you don't think I do, then all you got to do is ride with me on the car just one time, and down the block I've already cussed several times. So yeah,
These are all his coins.
George Carlin's got nothing on me. But
That's a swear jar.
Yes. Because I swear from time to time.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
I'll just.
We all slip.
Oh, yeah.
I
So when I was asking about your investigating, you say and you mentioned this haunted location. Do you do like any Bigfoot stuff, UFO stuff, and all that stuff too, or? 'Cause
well,
I don't.
yeah, I haven't yet.
Okay.
But
Yeah, so you're not limiting yourself.
Yeah. I mean, Goblin Con, we're going to be surrounded by little green men and, the
Yes.
goblins and stuff like that. So there'll be a lot of cryptid people there. And a couple of years ago, I was a co-host on a podcast, and we would have cryptid people come on. So that was cool, learning from them. I found out when I moved back home that when I got married to my husband, Greg, and we've been married for 14 years now, but that was the first time that I had ever heard of the Flintville monster. It's
Oh,
5
really?
miles from my house was where the first sighting was. And Bob Dahl, who has a Caffeinated Cryptid podcast, he lives 20 minutes from me. He actually did the 50th, how do you call it? Flintville Monster, 50 years later, and did a documentary. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And we keep saying we're going to get together. We're going to get together. And there's another one. I think his name is Wayne. I don't want to get his last name wrong, but he's over toward the Chattanooga area, and he's a big ufology cryptid kind of person. The three of us keep saying we got to get together and go ghost, Bigfoot, and alien hunting. See,
Right?
See,
You can do them all the same time.
yes,
Yeah.
that's
So,
what we're doing.
How long are we
I
going to
got
be?
a lot of.
How long are we
go
going to be in Hopkinsville? Shaw, is it 2 days? 2 days?
3
2 nights?
days.
2 nights?
Saturday, Sunday.
And
Well,
I
we're going
don't
to be
think-
there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah, get up there Friday.
Okay, so there's nothing going on. I don't think any events after hour type stuff, is there?
Well, me and
Mark
Cyn are doing
will be
something.
there. Mark
Yeah.
Elliott Fultz is going to be there. He's the one that does the covers of my books and the illustrations inside them. And
Nice.
I edit for him in return for his books. So whenever you pull up my name on Amazon, Cyn Shrader Hill, you're going to pull up Mark Elliott Fultz too, because we're just connected. But he's going to be at Goblin Con as well, doing readings for people. And we're going to do a table tipping sometime that weekend.
Ooh, that's crazy. I've done that once. It's pretty wild.
I've
Are
never
you gonna
done
do
it.
it with us? You going to do it with
I was the focal point the entire session.
You were.
Everything kept pointing to me, and everything was falling off the table, on my lap, on the floor. It was a crazy
Wow.
45 to an hour, something like that. 45 minutes to an hour. It was amazing. That's
It
probably
might
about
happen again.
5-6 years ago. Yeah, my dad kept coming through,
Oh, wow.
so it was pretty amazing.
Very cool. My mom
yeah.
has already come through. My mom,
Oh.
we lost her last month.
Oh,
And
my
I
condolences.
still am in kind of shock over it. It's just not really hit yet. But she came through the night before her funeral. My husband and I were over at her house, and we were, how you got to do the go through paperwork. There's a shred pile, there's a trash pile, and there's a keep pile. And
Yeah.
so I was doing that just to get it done, just to kind of keep my mind off other things. And so I had gotten through a couple of really big piles of stuff. This woman was a great bookkeeper down at the auto parts store, but as soon as she got away from that, she was like, "Oh, hell with this! We're just going to throw it in the drawer. Throw it in the drawer. Everything, just throw it in the drawer. Pitch it on the table." So there were piles of, stuff that needed to be shredded. Some of it could have been trash, but most of it was shreddable. And I was going through. I was almost done with the top drawer of this little filing cabinet of 4 drawers. Almost done with the top drawer. And I told Greg, I said, when I get to the bottom of this drawer, I've had it for the night. We're going to go on home. He said, okay, whenever you say, we're going home. So now the funeral was the next day. And I was almost at the bottom. I reached in and I pulled out this little ledger, this 6x9 ledger. Now she's used ledgers for years. One for bank book, to write Gerald's Grocery, $25.91, Walmart, blah, blah, blah. And she did that. She had other little ledgers where it was all the books. This woman read a book a day for as long as I can remember. Sometimes she would have 3 going at the same time. She just a reader. She was a reader. And she would have all these books documented in these little ledgers. And it would say like, James Patterson Cross, very good. Or Heather
Very
Graham,
good.
get more of hers, blah, blah, blah. And then some of them she'd say, wasn't worth reading. Very few of those. So I pulled out this ledger thinking it was one of those 2. No. I opened it up and it said, Dear Cindy.
Oh, wow.
What? And it said, you've been asking me to write down stories of my childhood for years
Oh, my gosh.
and tell you about things that happened in the family that I remember when I was a little girl and things I was told by my grandparents and anything like this. And she said, so I bet you're wishing you hadn't asked for it now. Ha ha. And she said, I've started this June 19th, 2014. 2014. And it was page after page. It was over half filled, this little ledger book of stories that she had written. And in the back of the book, there was a loose page, and I flipped it, and it's upside down. I flipped the book over, and I opened it up. It was her freaking funeral stuff that she wanted done. The songs she wanted played, the pallbearers she wanted. And I had been looking for anything, that whole week, trying to find, I had remembered a couple of things she'd said. She wanted Ross Bryson to sing at her funeral, and that was written in there. She had the pallbearers, of course, she'd chosen were ones that had had heart attacks, and they weren't able to carry that casket, and some of them had bad backs now, and total hips and stuff that they really shouldn't be carrying a casket.
Yeah.
So we had told Brad, the director, I don't really know who to ask for pallbearers. Everyone I can think of really shouldn't do it. He said, I got your pallbearers, don't worry about that. Well, Brad, his family, has been family friends of ours ever since we were little, and his mother was Mom's one of her very best friends. She lost her back. It's been a while, but so family friend, and she had a message to Brad, and I took a picture of it and I sent it to him, and I said, Brad, these are songs that Mom really wants. Do we have time to get them in? He said, oh, I got you. Yeah, I got you. We're good. And I said, well, she has a message for you, and I'm sending it right now. And he got it, and he wrote back, I will forever keep that. It said, tell Brad, I don't want people walking by saying, well, doesn't she look natural? I want them walking by say, oh, she is so pretty.
She's so pretty.
She is so pretty. And you know what? She was pretty. They did a great job. They did a great job. But night before, and I was like, thank you, Mom. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
That was,
Perfect.
she had done all of that back in 2014. It was the whole thing is 2014.
That's great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we got to end on that. That's terrible. We got yeah, an hour has gone past.
Darn it.
What
We just
I
have
need,
to have you back.
Well, I'm
yes, we're
taking
gonna-
all next month off too. So
so we can
Awesome.
actually you need to take this time to let people know how to contact you, what you're going to do, anything like that, how they're going to see you, how they can read your stuff and all that. Do it now. You got like 15 seconds.
hey,
Look.
give me
12
a
seconds.
couple more.
No,
Adrienne.
9 seconds.
So look me up on Amazon, Cyn Shrader Hill author, or you don't have to put author in there. Sorry about that. But if you want to reach me in email and have a story that you want me to put into a book, then reach me at cynshraiderhillauthor@gmail.com. And I'll be glad to read it and put it in. I'm on Facebook. Elk Valley's on Facebook. Cyn Shrader Hill Author on Facebook, and my personal page on Instagram, TikTok, all the things. And there was something else I was going to say about that. But you can see me every second Sunday along with Mark Elliott Fultz and the lovely, lovely, lovely Shaw on her podcast, Cold Case Files.
Exploring the paranormal perspective, true crime, cold cases.
Nice.
My goodness.
Mhm.
All right.
Oh, they're awesome. He's been
amazing.
His guides have been really, really on it.
He's amazing.
I mean, it's just phenomenal. I don't
I'm
understand.
excited for you to meet him in person.
I am too. He looks like he's this itty bitty guy, but then he said he was like 6'1". I'm like,
Yeah, he's
you're
tall.
taller than me.
He's tall.
I have a great angel story I'll have to send you.
Oh, please do. Please
Yeah.
do.
I've heard it, and it's a good story. Yeah.
Yay. This has been so fun. I appreciate you having me
it's
on
been
so
great.
much.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
So don't go anywhere.
Don't go
He's
nowhere.
going to send you to the back, and then we're going to let everybody know who's coming on next week, and then we'll talk to you some more in the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you,
Here we go.
everybody.
It's wonderful having you.
I gotta
on.
find. I gotta
Enjoy the
find the
M&Ms.
You gotta find
definitely.
the
Thanks for
button.
coming on.
Thank you.
All right. Here we go. There she goes.
All right.
Love her.
Next week,
Yeah,
we're having
great story.
Robert Prevost on the line, and she is
Yay.
absolutely phenomenal. I love her. I've been wanting to meet her in person for so long, and when Eric said that she's going to be at Goblin Con, I was like, finally!
That's so cool.
So who's
Yeah.
you still having next week?
Robert Prevost.
Robert Prevost.
Talk about
Who's that?
his newest book, Animology.
Yeah. Big on
Yeah.
Robert.
Ah,
He talks about animals, I think, doesn't he?
He does.
something like
Dirt.
that.
A lot of dirt and animals and
This big
What-
thing that's in the
He's one of the-
woods.
footprints and
he's one of the
trees,
Cryptid people.
stuff like that. He's a cryptid. Ooh, that sounds creepy. Oh.
Tomorrow night, I'm going to be
See you next week,
on
Robert.
Unraveling the Darkness podcast at 7 p.m.
Ooh.
7 p.m. Mountain Time. I'm glad I saw that.
Ooh,
I'd be like,
yeah. That's
that's a
what?
little early.
You've been a couple
but
hours
Yeah,
early.
that's 8 p.m. our time.
Yeah, so I'd have been off, but that's
Oh,
right.
yeah, Mountain
Hey,
Time.
that's okay.
Oh,
I'm
Mountain
okay.
Time? No, it'd be 6.
No,
Yeah.
it'll be 8 p.m. our time.
That's
Because
Eastern.
7 p.m. Mountain Time.
Mountain Time is an
they're
hour
an hour
before us.
ahead.
Yeah.
No, they're an hour behind us.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
the Pacific
An hour
time
behind,
is 2
yeah.
hours behind us.
Yeah.
California, 2 hours ahead. Or 2
Yeah,
hours
yeah.
Now, I have to
Our
deal
6
with that on a
o'clock.
daily with what I do with
Yeah.
my job.
But anyhow, but I'll be on that, so it'll be interesting if you want to know more about me. Go through my story again, I'm sure. Anyhow, yay!
And
Meet, and what?
Sunday, right?
Sunday,
We're gonna
Sunday,
be
Sunday.
on your show, is that right?
Yes. Sunday, we're going to talk
Right.
about the sham and the scams and all the buttholes of the paranormal. I had to.
That's
I had
gonna be
to
on.
pinch myself.
That's gonna be on.
And
Earth
I
It's
am,
gonna
show.
be on
I am
Exploring
just
the
gonna
Paranormal
nod my
Perspective
head.
at 5 p.m.
Whole
Central
time.
Standard
I
Time.
try to avoid the drama myself, but anyhow,
Well, I think we should know
the
about it.
facial expressions.
definitely,
That's what we do.
definitely come back on Tuesday
Tuesday.
on the new page. Could we broadcast
Yes.
on the new page?
That's
Glitch
true.
free, and that was great.
Grumpy,
but
bye,
yeah.
Grumpy. Bye,
Bye,
Grumpy.
Grumpy!
Oh yeah,
Bye,
yeah. Bye, Grumpy.
Archimedes, Elfin, 333.
Bye, Archimedes!
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye,
Julie.
everybody.
Bye!
Finish your
Say
body.
bye!